Have you ever wondered why relationships are so complex? Well, to begin with, relationships are as diverse as the people involved in them. Each one of us carries a unique set of experiences, perspectives, and expectations into our connections with others, coloring them with our own individual hues. Let's take a moment to consider the myriad types of relationships we engage in. There are familial relationships, which often form the foundation of our understanding of human connection. These relationships, whether they be with parents, siblings, or extended family members, are usually our first exposure to the concept of love, trust, and shared experiences. Then there are friendships. These bonds, formed out of shared interests, experiences, or just plain chemistry, can be as varied as the people involved. Some friendships are as deep and enduring as family ties, while others are more casual and ephemeral. And of course, we can't forget about romantic relationships. These connections, often fraught with heightened emotions and expectations, can be both the most rewarding and the most challenging relationships to navigate. But what makes all these relationships so complex? Well, that's where the scholarly article Understanding Relationships, a Multidimensional Approach comes into play. This insightful piece of research delves into the various dimensions of relationships, providing a comprehensive framework to understand the intricacies involved. The article argues that relationships are not just about the emotional connection between individuals. Instead, they are multidimensional, encompassing various aspects such as intellectual compatibility, shared values, physical attraction, and much more. In other words, relationships are like intricate tapestries, woven from multiple threads of connection. Each thread adds a unique texture to the overall pattern, making the tapestry richer and more complex. Now that we've introduced the complexity of relationships, let's delve deeper into the multidimensional approach. What if I told you that relationships aren't just about emotions, but they're multidimensional? Yes, you heard it right. Relationships extend beyond the realm of feelings and sentiments. They encompass a spectrum of dimensions that work in unison to create the bond we often refer to as a relationship. So what exactly does a multidimensional approach mean? Imagine a relationship as a beautiful tapestry. Each thread represents a different dimension: emotional, intellectual, and physical. These threads, when woven together, create a complete picture. Let's take a closer look at each of these dimensions. First, we have the emotional dimension. This is often what we think of first when we hear the word relationship. It's the feelings of love, happiness, anger, or sadness that we experience in relation to another person. Next, we have the intellectual dimension. This is all about our shared interests, conversations, and the exchange of thoughts and ideas. It's about connecting on a mental level, understanding each other's perspectives, and learning from one another. Finally, we have the physical dimension. This is not just about the physical intimacy that may exist in a relationship, but also about the sense of comfort and security that comes from a simple hug or holding hands. It's about expressing love and care through physical actions. Each of these dimensions plays a crucial role in shaping relationships. They are intertwined and influence each other. For instance, shared interests can spark emotional connections, and emotional closeness can lead to physical intimacy. In a nutshell, relationships aren't a one-dimensional emotional connection. They are a complex interplay of emotional, intellectual, and physical dimensions. By understanding these dimensions, we can better navigate our relationships, making them more fulfilling and meaningful. With these dimensions in mind, we can start to unravel the complexity of relationships. Let's start with the emotional dimension. How does it shape our relationships? Delving into the emotional dimension, we discover that it plays a crucial role in shaping our relationships. This dimension is about the feelings and emotions that we experience and express in our interactions with others. It's the emotional bond that often forms the bedrock of our relationships, be it with our friends, family, or partners. Emotions are like a compass, guiding us through the labyrinth of our relationships. When we feel joy, love, or excitement, we know we're on the right path. Conversely, feelings of anger, sadness, or fear can signal that something needs to change. Our emotions also serve as a powerful communication tool. When words fail, our feelings step in, expressing our needs, desires, and boundaries. They help us understand our own emotional landscape and that of others, fostering empathy and deepening our connections. Moreover, our emotional experiences can profoundly influence how we perceive and respond to others. For instance, a positive emotional experience can enhance our bond with someone, encouraging trust and intimacy. On the flip side, A negative emotional experience can create barriers, leading to misunderstanding or conflict. It's also worth noting that emotions can be complex and multifaceted, often blending together to create a rich tapestry of feelings. This complexity is mirrored in our relationships, which can oscillate between different emotional states, reflecting the dynamic nature of our feelings. But here's the thing, emotions are not always easy to navigate. They can be overwhelming, confusing, even daunting. That's why understanding the emotional dimension is so crucial. It equips us with the knowledge and tools to manage our emotions effectively, enabling us to cultivate healthier and more fulfilling relationships. So what's the takeaway? Well, emotions are fundamental to our relationships. They shape our interactions, influence our perceptions, and communicate our innermost feelings. By tuning into our emotional dimension, we can gain valuable insights into our relationships, helping us navigate them with greater ease and confidence. Understanding the emotional dimension can help us navigate our relationships better, but that's just one part of the puzzle. Moving on to the intellectual dimension, how does it influence our relationships? Intellectual compatibility is a cornerstone of any relationship, and it plays a significant role in how we connect with others. It's not about having the same IQ level or educational qualifications. Rather, it's about sharing similar interests, values, and beliefs. It's about engaging in stimulating conversations and learning from each other. Consider this scenario. You're deeply fascinated by space exploration. You could spend hours discussing the latest SpaceX launch or the possibility of life on Mars. Now, imagine having a partner or friend who shares this interest. You could have endless conversations, share ideas, and even engage in friendly debates. This shared interest forms a foundation for deeper intellectual engagement, and it's a key aspect of the intellectual dimension in relationships. But it's not just about shared interests. Values and beliefs also play a critical role. If you have similar values and beliefs, you're likely to have a better understanding of each other. You'll have common ground to navigate through disagreements, and you'll be better equipped to support each other in times of crisis. The beauty of intellectual compatibility lies in the fact that it's not static. It evolves and grows with time, just like our relationships do. As we learn and experience new things, our perspectives change, and so does our intellectual compatibility with others. But remember, intellectual compatibility doesn't mean you have to agree on everything. It's okay to have different opinions. In fact, it can be quite enriching. Different perspectives can lead to more comprehensive discussions, enrich our understanding, and even help us grow as individuals. So in essence, the intellectual dimension is about sharing and growing together. It's about understanding and respecting each other's perspectives. It's about having meaningful conversations that go beyond the surface level. The intellectual dimension gives us a deeper understanding of our relationships, but there's still one more dimension to explore. Finally, let's discuss the physical dimension. How does it impact our relationships? In the grand tapestry of human relationships, the physical dimension plays a critical role. It's the tangible, palpable part of our interactions that can often speak louder than words. It's the warm hug from a friend, the reassuring pat on the back, or the simple act of holding hands. These physical expressions of affection and care are more than just actions. They are powerful means of communication. Physical presence is another crucial aspect of this dimension. It's about being there, not just in spirit but in person. It's about showing up when it matters, being visible, and offering a shoulder to lean on. The mere presence of a loved one can offer a sense of security and comfort that is often unmatched. Touch, too, is a significant part of the physical dimension. It's a primal form of connection that we often take for granted. It's a way of expressing love, comfort, reassurance, and sometimes even apology. A simple touch can convey a multitude of emotions, making it a potent tool in maintaining and building relationships. Intimacy, on the other hand, goes a step further. It's not just about physical closeness, but about sharing personal space, allowing vulnerability, and creating a bond that goes beyond the surface. It's about letting someone in, both physically and emotionally. Intimacy can strengthen relationships by fostering a deeper understanding and acceptance of each other. But remember, the physical dimension, like the other dimensions, must be balanced. Too much or too little can disrupt the harmony of a relationship. It's about understanding and respecting each other's physical boundaries and needs. Understanding the physical dimension completes our multidimensional approach to relationships. It's clear that relationships are indeed complex, but understanding these dimensions can provide us with a roadmap to navigate them better.